Sally Jones, Operations Director, is under pressure from her CEO to improve performance in the engineering department. She's introduced efficiency measures, targets and KPIs, but the figures are still heading south. She's taken Rambutan up on their invitation to get together to see what else she can try.
And that's where we've got to. I feel like I've been talking all morning. Let me ask you, how can your fluffy hand-holding stuff possibly help my very serious, fact-based engineering problem?
That's a really good question. Let me give you an example that will hopefully shed some light on that. A couple of years ago we worked with a train company, particularly in their engineering function, and one of their key measures was reliability. It won't surprise you to hear that what we found when we went in to look at the organisation was that reliability was directly affected by the quality of the work that engineers were doing on those trains. The better the standard of servicing and refits and repairs, the more reliable the train were. Makes sense. It also won't surprise you to hear that the quality of that work was directly an impact of the way they were managed by their first line manager. In particular, in this case, the extent to which they were held to account for poor standards of work. So, we went in and we equipped those managers to deal with their staff in a more effective way. Those staff gave a higher standard of work. That higher standard of work led to higher train reliability. It's quite simple when you think about it like that. Probably more scientific than fluffy, to be fair.
Okay. I've gone from deep cynicism to fairly intrigued. How'd you do it?
It's really important that you remember that I've just given you an example from a particular company, and it really is different every time. We don't have something off the shelf that we bring in. What we did in that case was found out that the key lever to improving performance, to improving reliability, was the first line manager. So we got them in a room and we trained them how to challenge people, how to coach people, how to ask those difficult questions, and how to focus in on facts and get through the wheres and why-fors, and we've always done it this way, in order to improve performance. And that kind of is an essence of how we work in general. We take a look at the organisation, we find the key things that need to change, and we help them to change. And guess what? That's all guaranteed. In the example I gave you, if reliability hadn't improved, we wouldn't have got paid, and that's how we work.
Sally finished the meeting with lots of interesting new ways to approach the situation. She had a feeling Rambutan would be a quirky bunch to work with, especially with that guarantee of theirs. As Sally left the Rambutan office, she couldn't help notice that Lucy and Gemma were getting ready for Christmas. It's always best to be prepared, even if it's February.